Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Home with Christina and
Noah!
today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be using our Instant Pot to make spaghetti. So for this recipe, you do want meat. You can use hamburger meat, turkey meat. I personally like to use the sweet Italian sausage. You're gonna want some spaghetti sauce, and you do want the smaller can, so you do want the 24 ounce, and your pasta. I've already chopped up the sausage, and again, that's your preference if you want to chop it up before or after. And we're gonna go ahead and put it in our Instant Pot. Now I did go ahead and spray the pot with cooking oil already, and I put a little bit of canola oil inside, just because we are going to be sauteing the meat to get it nice and brown first. One thing I will say is you do want to make sure that your pot is in the Instant Pot before you dump it in, because if you just dump it in there, you're going to ruin your Instant Pot. I have never personally done it, however, I have heard stories and that just sounds horrible. Okay, so to start out, we are going to go ahead and saute it. This button right here, but it may be different on your pot. And once it's started, it is going to go ahead and beep. You can go ahead and add your sausage, your meat, whatnot right away. I personally like for it to warm up a bit. And once I kind of hear it to start sizzling or kind of cracking, then that's when I add the meat in. This is the noise I'm talking about, if you can hear it. Hopefully you did. So I am going to go ahead and dump in the meat. You can already smell that. Can you smell it, Noah?
Yep.
Oh, no. Okay. And then you are going to want to go ahead and stir it. You don't want it to just be sitting. And you want to make sure that it browns. Alrighty, now if you want to take a look, you do want the meat to be brown. You don't want to cook it fully because we are going to be putting this on the pressure cooker mode. So it is going to continue to cook. So you're going to want to come down and hit cancel so it stops the saute function. You're going to need half a cup of water that you're going to go ahead and pour in with your meat. And then you are going to want to go ahead and take a spoon and just make sure you move everything around. You just don't want anything stuck to the bottom of your Instant Pot. We aren't draining when it comes to the spaghetti, so we will be adding the sauce, the noodles, and more water. However, if anything did stick from the meat, you may get a message on your Instant Pot that says burn, and it just means that there's something stuck to the bottom and you're not going to be able to start building pressure in the pot until that's resolved. So the next step is going to be to add your sauce. So you open up your jar, or even if you did a homemade sauce, and you're going to pour the whole thing just right on top of the meat. So you can go ahead and pour it all around. Now we're not going to mix this. Just go ahead and pour it. That's good. Oh, it's okay. Just take it back out. Now, after you've added the sauce, we are going to go ahead and add our noodles. So we're going to add this whole box of noodles. Now, the recipe that I had originally found this from, they had actually said not to do the whole box. I tweaked it though, just because I like to have leftovers personally. So I do use the whole box, but because of that, we are going to add a little bit more water afterwards when it comes time to. Okay, so you don't want to just dump your spaghetti in. You do want to go ahead and break it up. Now, when you do place the spaghetti though, you're going to break, and then you want to go ahead and lay it kind of crisscross from each other. So if that one was the first one down that way, then our next one will be the opposite way.
Oh, it's like kind of like Jenga.
Kinda. Like a noodle Jenga.
Except you can't pull these out.
That's right. So once you have all your spaghetti in there, you are gonna go ahead and add some more water just right on top of that. Now, as I said, the original recipe that I had gotten this from, it had said in the beginning, we put half a cup of water, and then on top of the spaghetti, you're gonna put 1.5 cups. Because I want water to cover the top of the spaghetti, since we did add more pasta, I just like to refill the jar of pasta, the spaghetti sauce with water. That way we can get any extra sauce that was in there, and it's a bit more water. So we're gonna go ahead and pour the water in. And you just pour it evenly over the noodles. So once you've added in your water, I like to take my little spoon. You can go ahead and push the noodles down just to make sure that everything's pushed down. You do not want to mix or stir. So we just leave it like that. We are going to put our lid on our Instant Pot. Now, one thing you always want to remember when you're pressure cooking is if you come back here, there is a little knob where you can either vent or, what does this say? Sealing. You want to make sure it's at the sealing position, otherwise it will not get to pressure. Once your pot is sealed, the function that we will be choosing for this is pressure cook. And you do want it set at 8 minutes, so you can go ahead and hit less. Perfect. And then you leave it alone. The pot is gonna start beeping, and that's gonna let you know when it has started. It can take about 10 minutes to come to pressure. There's your little beep. So it is gonna go ahead and stay on until the pot comes to pressure. Once the pot is at pressure, this little pin in the back is gonna come up, this purple pin right here, and that's when the countdown on the pot will begin. Okay guys, so I was upstairs when the countdown started, but I just wanted to come and show you how now we're down to 6 minutes. Once this is all done, it is gonna beep again. It'll then go into like the keep warm mode, and it will start a countdown on how long it's been since the timer went off. And I will show you guys how to release the pressure, because now that that little button is up, you cannot open up the pot. There's too much pressure in it. It's not going to allow it. So once everything's all said and done, we will have to change this to the vent mode, or if you are out and about, it will vent on its own. You don't have to worry about being home to do that, but we'll see in, now 5 minutes. So it has been 3 minutes since the pressure cooker stopped. So when it says L and then however long after, that is your keep warm mode. Now we do need to release the pressure, as I said before we can go ahead and take the lid off. So you are going to want to use an oven mitt. Never do it with just your bare hand, because hot steam is going to come flying up and you will burn yourself. So you just are going to switch it over to the venting mode. Alrighty, so once the steam has stopped, this pin went completely down, so you can go ahead and take a look. It is flat again, which means it's okay to open up the Instant Pot. So we're gonna turn it. Now you do want to be careful because it could still be hot when you open it. You can see that yumminess. If you want to go ahead and take a look inside, you will notice that it is a little bit liquidy, but now we are going to go ahead and take our spoon and you're going to mix everything together. And as you mix, any extra liquid or moisture just gets sucked right up into the noodles. And you're instantly ready to serve it on a plate for your family to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed our Instant Pot spaghetti We won't be doing a taste test on this one because, as I've said before, we've had this a million times. Really just maybe like 10 or 11, but still. And you can go ahead and switch it up. I know Noah really likes it when I add in extra cheese and I make it cheesy spaghetti. If you want to go ahead and do that, you are going to cook it exactly how I showed you, and then you can get shredded cheese of your choice once it's done cooking. Add it to the pot, stir it up, and serve it. This has been Cooking at Home with Christina and
Noah, please subscribe, drop a comment below, and if you like the video, give the video a thumbs up.
And we'll see you guys next time. TTFN.
Ta-ta for now.
Cooking at Home with Christina and Noah. Please subscribe.